Scheme ass Howie. It's in the details, man. That's all I be telling people, man. It's in the sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta say thank y'all, man. We dropped the Ski Mask Howie graphic tee, similar to this one, same print. So if you got the 22 bird shirt, you know what I'm saying? You know I always say the merch jumping out the gym, the Hurt Season hats, 22 bird shirts. Now the Ski Mask Howie shirt dropped. Bruh, you when you see the detail, it's in the details, man. That's all we gonna be saying, man. But shout out to everybody that purchased, man. Real fire design, my guy Jesse Wines, you know what I'm saying? Graphic designer, you know what I'm saying? In-house graphic designer with the print champs. You know what I mean? That's just what we doing right now. That's what we doing right now. The link to the description for all those things to be in there, man. Also, if you want to buy something today, man, just DM me at Lord_Brunson. For any discount code, you know what I mean, at checkout to help you out with some shipping or something like that, man. I got it in, man. So listen, let's talk about it, man. The Philadelphia Eagles have reportedly hosted Jalen Carter. Now, Jalen Carter was a guy, when you brought his name up 4 weeks ago, he's not going to fall to the Philadelphia Eagles. He's not going to fall to the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people got to understand that when you got the 10th pick, and as many quarterbacks are going off the board that are going off the board, you know what I mean? Before you get down to Philly, probably 5 quarterbacks will be off the board. Then there's other teams that picking that don't need quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bears. So a guy like Jalen Carter could really be there. You know what I mean? It's possible. Well, all the comp picks that Howie Roseman is going to accumulate with all the free agents that left this year alone, you got some wiggle room to make something happen for next year. If you want to trade some of next year's picks to move up in this draft, you could very well do that if you Howie Roseman. Nothing's off the board for Howie Roseman. At 10 is a great spot to be in for a team that just won a Super Bowl, who still has a Super Bowl window open. So, it never was a case of him not being available for us. I always thought it was a chance that we could get him. The talent speaks for itself. You know what I mean? What concerns me the most about Jalen Carter, you know what I mean, it's not so much some of the off-the-field things either. Like, the off-the-field things don't really concern me, man. Let's be for real. He ain't get in trouble for it. He ain't go to jail for it. It's nothing to really be, you know what I'm saying, concerned about that either. The way he showed up for his pro day is the most alarming thing so far. Now, you know the potential there. You know what I mean? But if you can't show up to pro day in shape, you know what I mean? What does that let me to believe, what can happen possibly at any given time in your pro football career? He showed up out of shape. He looked gassed in drills that guys that are projected to be 4th round picks killed. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be the cream of the crop at the position. Now, on film, you can't tell me nothing about him. But he's bigger and stronger. A lot of these guys 19, 20 years old, man. Some people get their grown man strength at different times. You know what I mean? 315 pounds, 6'3", or whatever his size is, man. He's a wrecking ball. So don't surprise me they could do that at the collegiate level. You got to be in tip-top shape if you're going to have a Fletcher Cox length career. You know what I'm saying? A Brandon Graham length career. You got to take care of your body. And you got to show up to work when it's time to work. So that's what concerned me the most about Jalen Carter. You know what I mean? Where his head might be. Now, one reason why it wouldn't... Now, that would concern me if I'm not a Philadelphia Eagle. One reason why I would take a chance on him if he's there, if I'm a Philadelphia Eagle, is because you got other Georgia guys in the building. You got Jordan Davis in the building. You know what I'm saying? You got Nakobe Dean in the building. You know what I mean? These guys can come and talk to him. I don't know if they were on the same team, but he might look that far into it. Probably was, most likely. You know what I mean? They could come and talk to him. You got guys that you could learn from. Fletcher Cox. You know what I mean? Who's back? You know what I'm saying? You got veteran leadership there that can help bring you along and help you get into the best situation possible. If you were to draft Jalen Carter, him and Jordan Davis would be like this. Him and Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean will be like that. And that's what we need out of them guys. You know what I mean? We need that out of them guys. And we like the draft champions. We drafted 2 guys from the Georgia championship team last year, and I can see that happening. This is a Philadelphia Eagle pick. It's a Philadelphia Eagle pick, and I think Howie Roseman, you know what I mean, wouldn't be making a mistake if he made this pick with Jalen Carter. I would definitely get him. But you know what I mean? Him showing up to the pro day, man, it's a little eye-popping, but I think we can get him back on track. He had a lot going on, man. Let's be fair. He's still a kid. You know what I mean? He's a grown man, you know what I mean, but still young. You know what I mean? Had a lot going on, man. A lot of people was talking about that case. His mugshot was all in the news. Who knows how that can affect somebody, man? He probably went into some slight depression. That could very well be the case. You know what I mean? So he do need to go to a team that got some veterans. So I think a team like the Philadelphia Eagles would be the best spot for him. Speaking from that aspect, Gardner-Johnson, man. I don't know why we still got to talk about Gardner-Johnson at this point, but it's just getting out of control now, man. Now you know. I'm going to speak about it here because I feel like at this point, Gardner-Johnson is throwing shots at Jalen Hurts, and that's just uncalled for. That's uncalled for. Uncalled for. A tweet went up, you know what I mean? They asked who should get paid first, or who should get paid the most money. Lamar was up there. I think Burrow was up there. Jalen Hurts was up there. Somebody else that's up. Probably Lawrence. A lot of people was up there. You know what I mean? He says Lamar Jackson. Now, I don't think it's nothing wrong if you truly feel that way, but being as though you just played with Jalen Hurts and you just went to the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson never been in the Super Bowl, the best thing to do is to not even answer or respond to it. You know what I mean? You ain't got to try to trigger the fan base. It's not our fault for the last time. It's not our fault that we were not a part of the negotiations, bruh. It's not our fault, and I'm not going to talk about nobody money or what they signed for or what I think is a BS deal. I don't care about none of that, man. I don't care about none of that. But when you leave the organization, you don't got to make tweets like it hurts, don't it? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We get what you're doing, bro. It's cool. It's cool. We get what you're doing. Enjoy it over there, man, but you ain't got to do this, man. And it's making me feel like that Howie Roseman made the better decision for real, for real. Terrell Edmonds, yeah, he's a box safety, but you know what I mean? Terrell Edmonds is a dog. You know what I mean? Terrell Edmonds has been consistently the same guy for a number of years for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Technically, the Gardner-Johnson season, although it was good, he ain't never do that before, lead the league in picks. He ain't never do that before. We know Gardner-Johnson is a good safety, a good slot guy, but our main issue from what we had last year was stopping the run. And Edmonds is a box safety, you know, smaller than a linebacker, but bigger than a safety. One of those hybrid guys who don't got no problem with tackling. No problem with tackling. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm not comparing oranges to apples. I think we're going to get great use out of Edmonds. A lot of people might be under the misconception that he's like some type of special teams guy. No, this dude is a starter. This dude is a starter in the National Football League. And from what I hear from his press conference, he's excited to be here. That's all we can ask for. A player that's going to give it his all and who's excited to be here. He know the culture that he just stepped into. You know what I mean? I'm happy to have him as a Philadelphia Eagle. Happy to have him. You know what I mean? The way that Gardner-Johnson is acting and how he's being petty and being childish makes me feel like Howie Roseman made the better decision. But it ain't up for us to decide. We're going to see what he doing in Detroit and we're going to see what we do in Philly. Let me know what you think in the comments.